To talk a little bit about this hymn. It was written by a jazz musician. There was a fellow named Thomas A. Dorsey, who was the typical jazz musician back in the 1920s. He was a black musician, and he wrote a lot of songs that you can't play on the radio today because they're too bawdy in nature. And not Tommy Dorsey, the trombone player now. This is Thomas A. Dorsey. He was America's foremost writer then of gospel songs. All of a sudden, in the middle of his life, he heard the call. And he stopped drinking, and he stopped smoking, and he stopped chasing women, and he stopped taking cocaine. And like Franny here, you know, he all of a sudden he became a God-fearing man, and he started to write gospel tunes. And he gave up that terrible jazz musician life. And you know, when you wrote gospel music in those days, the only way you could make money was to write the music and then take it to the pastor. You have to go over to Kent, and you'd have to say, Kent, I have a gospel song here for you that you can use in your church. If you pay me $25, you can own it for the church. And so that's how he made his living. He got married, and his wife was pregnant, and they were expecting their first child. And he went on the road to St. Louis to sell some music. And there was a terrible thunderstorm that night, and he was in his hotel room after a hard day on the road, and there was a knock on the door, and there was a telegram slipped under the door, and the telegram said, "Regret to inform you that your wife and child are deceased in childbirth. They both died." And there he was with this thunderstorm, and he's alone in a hotel room in St. Louis. And if there was ever a time that a lesser man might have gone back to the life before, that would have been the time. But not Thomas A. Dorsey. He sat down at his desk, and through his tears, he wrote the gospel tune that you're about to sing. "Precious Lord, take my hand and lead me home through the storm, through the night," and so on and so forth. So this is the song he wrote. It has become the world's most published and sung gospel tune, and certainly the foremost gospel tune in the United States today, "Precious Lord."